Welcome back to the Flat Rate Tech podcast. You can feel it, can't you? Every year there's fewer and fewer of us mechanics left. The real techs. The ones who actually know how to fix shit, not just swap parts. We're watching the trade change in real time. Every old school tech that I know either quit, got pushed out, or just stopped caring. And the ones that are still here, they're tired. Tired of training people who don't listen, tired of shops that don't care, tired of being treated like they're the problem, when they're the only reason the place still runs. They call it the technician shortage, but let's be real, it's not a shortage, it's an extinction. And that's the fucking truth right there. Because they're not just losing head count, they're losing experience. The kind of knowledge you can't Google. The kind of instincts that you only get after 15 years of fighting in the shop, on cars, under the hood, under the dashboard. You know, the sad part is management doesn't even notice. They'll just keep replacing names on the schedule like it's no big fucking deal. They think anybody can do this. They think a scan tool and a certification makes you a technician. But you and I both know that's not how this shit works. The last real techs, the ones who can diagnose, fix shit right, and keep a shop from collapsing, they're walking out the door. And once they're gone, this whole industry is going to find out what shortage really means. And you know what's funny? These people running these shops have no idea what skill looks like anymore. They think it's speed. They think the guy flagging the most hours is the best tech. They look at the numbers and they think that tells the whole story. But skill isn't just hours. It's not how many hours you can turn. Skill is walking up to a car that's been bounced between 3 different techs, listening to it for 5 seconds and knowing exactly where to start. It's saving a customer's ass when the pinpoint says replace the module, but your gut's saying, let me check this ground. You can't teach that in a classroom. You earn it through years of mistakes, comebacks, and late nights working at the shop. That's real experience. That's what the industry is losing. These new kids, it's not their fault. They're just being trained by people who never had to struggle through this trade the way we did. They're taught to read a scan tool and swap a fucking part, not to think. They've never had to survive in flat rate during a slow week. They don't know what it's like to be staring at a car for 2 hours not getting paid because it won't fail the same way twice. Intermittent failures. They haven't dealt with that shit yet. The system doesn't reward skill. It rewards output. That's why so many of the real ones, the real mechanics, are gone. They got tired of watching people who can't fix half the shit they can get praised for hitting hours. You want to know what real skill looks like? It's knowing when you have to slow down. It's pride in doing shit right, not just fast. It's caring about the car, the work, the customer, and your name, even when nobody else gives a shit. That's what we're losing. It's not just experience, it's pride. And once that's gone, there's no bringing it back. You ever notice how quiet a shop gets after the lead tech leaves? Like empty quiet? The kind where nobody knows what to do when something goes wrong. I've seen it at my first shop when one of the lead techs fucking quit the industry. He left. He had enough. That's what happens when the last real technicians walk out. The place still looks the same from the outside, but, underneath it all, it's all fucking just chaos now. Comebacks start piling up. Diag takes twice as long if it even gets done. Nobody knows where half the fucking special tools are. And when something's not going right, The same managers who ignored every warning sign suddenly start asking, who used to handle this? And who used to handle that is the tech that quit, the one they pushed too far, the one that they burned out, the one that they replaced with two fucking new guys who still over tighten the fucking oil filters. See, when a real tech leaves, the shop doesn't just lose a worker, it loses stability. That one person who could fix what nobody else could fix, or fix the shit that nobody else wanted to, or knew how to do. Once that person's gone, everything starts fucking falling apart. But management, they don't see it that way. They just blame the techs, even when they promise them training and never fucking came through with it. They'll hire another kid out of trade school and think everything's going to be fine. Then they wonder why the comebacks are fucking doubling and morale's disappearing. What they don't get is that experience holds the shop together. It's not written down anywhere. It's in people. It's in the way that they move, the way they think, the way they work, the way they care. You can't replace that with a new hire or some fucking fancy scan tools or some stupid fucking Google glasses. And once that knowledge walks out the door, you can't buy it back. You can throw all the bonuses and sign-on pay you want at new techs. It doesn't matter. Because once the real ones are gone, the shop loses its backbone. The next wave of technicians is already here. They got brand new fucking toolboxes, student loans fucking right around their fucking neck. Hell, I feel bad for them because they're walking straight into the shithole and they don't even know it. They're being sold a dream that it doesn't exist anymore. The schools tell them there's a technician shortage. You'll make great money. There's tons of opportunity out there. The world needs you. And the dealers, they play right into it. They show up at job fairs with fucking banners and pizza and keychains and talk about career growth or family culture. But what they don't tell them is that they're walking into a system that's built to chew them up. They don't mention flat rate. They don't mention diag that you're not getting fucking paid for, or bullshit warranty times, or getting thrown on the line after 1 week of training. They don't tell them that every comeback they get cuts into their pay, or that management is going to measure their worth by the hours on the screen. And when the reality hits, when they're standing in the bay staring at a car they can't figure out, they're not getting paid, they're overwhelmed, and they're even embarrassed. That's when they realize this isn't a fucking trade anymore. It's survival. And most of them won't last. Not because they're weak, but because nobody's preparing them for the truth. They're being trained to work for the system, not to survive it. By the time they figure it out, they're broke, they're burnt out, and they're wondering where it all went wrong. Some of them will leave. Some of them will tough it out. And a few, the stubborn motherfuckers like us, they'll learn the hard way. They'll get faster, better, smarter, sharper. But the price is heavy because this industry doesn't teach resilience. It forces it. This trade used to mean something. You could walk into a shop and feel the pride in the air. The old guys teaching young guys, everyone earning their fucking stripes the hard way. Nobody wanting to be the weak link. The respect was in the struggle. That's the next generation's reality. And it's not their fault. They're not lazy. They're just walking into a system that's already on fire and nobody told them, you know. They just were fed lies from these fucking recruiters and these training schools. Then you got these influencers on YouTube talking about how great the industry is, you know? Telling kids to get in while you can, lying their asses off to fucking camera for a paycheck. Selling out to some corporate sponsor while pretending to inspire the next generation. They're not even in the trenches anymore like us. They're not freezing in the winter and sweating in the summer waiting fucking 2 weeks for an approval. They left. Most of them went viral after posting about how broken the fucking industry was, how toxic flat rate system is, how techs are treated like shit. And the minute they got attention, they fucking bailed, dude. Now they're in their home garage or some fucking rented unit out in an industrial park preaching about how being a mechanic in 2025 is a great career move. And they're sponsored by the same dealer that they used to talk shit about. Some of these guys ain't even master mechanics like you and me. They didn't even go to factory training to get fucking master certified, yet they're out here preaching bullshit. You can't even make this shit up, dude. And yeah, those sponsors, they pay them to shut the fuck up, to smile on camera and act positive and say, our shop gives tool allowances, or we care about our techs, while half their old crew already fucking quit. They're mouthpieces now, corporate puppets. And you could tag whoever you think I'm talking about. Go for it. Tag them in the comments. If they get offended, maybe that's a sign that they sold out. And I guarantee you, deep down, they regret it. Because once you sell your soul for that paycheck, you can't get your credibility back. Now you got to do what they tell you to do. Hey, make a video about how we offer tool allowances. Or do an episode about our technician culture. All while you know damn well the system's still fucking broken. And the only thing that changed is your fucking bank account. You can't speak the truth once you've been bought. You can't claim to represent techs when you don't live this life anymore. You're not one of us, you're one of them. And if it's that easy for you to sell out after crying about how this trade breaks people, you're a fucking clown. You're one of those wild, wacky, inflatable tube men, you know? Waving around in the air, in the wind for fucking attention. You got no spine, no guts. You're just fucking hot air and fucking sponsors. Anyways, just had to call out the sellouts. Tag them in the comments, dude. The soul of this industry is fucking fading. You can feel it, dude. It's like a slow leak in a tire you can't find, or you don't want to find. You're just like, I didn't put a fucking tire on it. The pride's gone. The mentorship is gone. The brotherhood of mechanics is turning into competition. The old guys are walking out. The new guys are walking in blind. And the people running the show are still pretending that everything is fine. They don't realize that you can't build a trade or rebuild a trade on buzzwords in fucking job fairs. You build it on the people who care. People who fix things right. Who help the next fucking generation that's coming in. The people who still give a damn when they shouldn't. That's what made this trade real. The pride, the patience, the grit. That's what's fading faster than anything else. Maybe one day they'll wake up and realize what they lost. Maybe they'll look around at a shop full of untrained and burned out new guys and finally understand what shortage really means. But by then, the last real techs, the ones who could have saved it, they'll already be gone. So yeah, the trade's changing. AI's coming. New techs are flooding in. The old techs are fading out. But me, I'm just here. I'm still here, dude. Watching it happen. Calling it what it is and saying the one thing that nobody in charge seems to understand. You can replace bodies all you want, but you can't replace experience. And that's the part this industry is losing. And one day they'll figure it out, dude. One day. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. These episodes are from emails from listeners like you. Email flatratetechpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions, shit you want to rant about, whatever, dude, email it. Also got a phone number. I don't know where I put it. It might be in the comments below. It's fucking hot in here wearing this hoodie. This badass hoodie. Look at it. Check it out. Boom, dude. It's hard to see. I know. It's supposed to be that way. It's a gray mechanic hoodie. It's available on Amazon. I got merch on Amazon. Just look up Flat Rate Tech Podcast hoodie. It'll pop up. We got shirts on there too. Fourth wall. I got a link below or link somewhere for my merch if you're interested in buying some merch. The book. I don't know why you haven't got this yet. What are you fucking waiting for, dude? Come on now. You can read it. If you can read a fucking pinpoint test, you can read a fucking book. You ain't alone out there. Read it. flatratetechpodcast.Weebly.com. Go to my website. There's links to my Patreon. If you want to be a bay dog, there's links to the Patreon on there. There's pay rates on there. Check them out. See if you're getting paid what you should be getting paid in your state. Guy down the road probably gets twice as much as you. You don't even know it. You don't even know it because you didn't go to my website and look. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Thanks for listening. Subscribe below. Click like. Comment. Whatever you do on fucking YouTube. Catch y'all later.